This is Crossroads, episode 3243, VTR 7526, part 1, take 1.
I tell you, girl, if this weather gets any worse, I think I'll hibernate for the rest of the winter. Hello, only one cup then. Where's yours?
I'm not stopping for cocoa, I'm going out.
Out? Out where?
Just to the village and back.
Well, tell you this, you need a drink of something hot inside you. You going out walking is perishing out there.
I'm all right, really, Uncle.
Well, you going out shopping, girl, you need some money, won't you, eh?
Not really.
Oh, come on, you've got to have the housekeeping. You can't live on the wind,
I can
can
manage
you?
all right, Uncle.
Oh, you know you can manage, a good little manager. There you are, now you take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think a bit of a thaw's setting in, you know. That's better. Seems to me there's a thaw all round, eh?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know, we've been a bit frosty with each other lately, right?
She says.
Least said, soon it's mended, eh? And you know, Alison, that underneath all the harsh words, well, I think the world of you, girl. You know that, don't you?
Uncle.
And even when I seem to be acting stern, you know, I still got your best interests at heart.
Uncle, please.
Eh?
Thank you for the housekeeping. You wouldn't have such a thing as small change on you, would you? 2p's? 10p's?
Yeah, of course, girl. There we are, that do you?
Could do very nicely. Thank you. Right, Uncle. Bye.
Alison? You'll need this, won't you?
Thank you. Thank you, dear. See you later. Morning.
You see, I've known from the beginning that Di was involved, but well, it was indirectly, innocently, really. Just part of the mechanics. But, well, you know I told you that she was owed money by David Hunter's son. Well, that's been paid, and it's in Reddy's. And I think that she's sticking her neck out on that.
Oh, what sort of money?
5 grand.
Well, if she's owed it, what's the problem?
In cash. Paid in French francs brought into the country undeclared.
Ah, that's different.
You see, she doesn't seem to realise that she's breaking the law by accepting it.
Time you enlightened her then.
Yes, I'm trying, sir, but... Well, that's only a side issue. The real thing's more important.
Well, let's have it then.
The girl who came to deliver it was called Simone Clavel. Now, she went out of her way to avoid giving me her real name. She insisted on using a nickname, Minouche. Now, I didn't think anything of that at the time. Well, I mean, it happens to a lot of people, doesn't it? Go off their name, then use it. Fair enough, I thought.
So, what bothered you?
Well, there were these papers that she brought with her as well. For Di, about the divorce that she's getting from Chris Hunter. Just signed evidence giving her grounds. I read through these and I saw that her real name was Simone Clavel. Well, of course, there's nothing in that by itself. But the next day, I bumped into her on the stairs and I used it, her real name. And that shook her.
Shook her?
Yeah. Well, she tried to cover it up, but it was there all right. And I started wondering, why should that be?
And?
So I had this little session with Diane, just a few questions. It seems that our Mademoiselle Clavel doesn't like being looked at too closely.
Why?
Mixed up in things. That was what Di said.
Details?
I haven't got them. Well, Di's got very shaky about the whole thing.
What sort of thing?
Political.
Are you serious?
Well, it's just a feeling, sir. But you get that, don't you?
If you're good, you do. Is that what we're on about then, this feeling?
Well, there's a bit more to it than that. I came round here this morning to have a look at the old register in the motel there. And I discovered that when she was here 2 years ago, it was at the same time as Chris Hunter and a French guy called Pierre Rolfe. Anyway, while I was looking through the register, the receptionist started nattering on about how things were at that time.
What things?
Well, it seems that they were a bit pushed. Mrs. Mortimer had gone to Australia.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, she went there because her husband had been killed.
You remember that businessman held to ransom
That was it, a group of terrorists.
for political gain? Connections?
Well, I don't know that, sir.
Well, a bit of a long shot.
What should I do then?
Low profile, don't frighten her off. I'll set things in motion, have it checked out with Interpol. But, might be a bit awkward.
So?
Not personal, that. Still, we don't let personal considerations get in the way. Do we?
No, sir.
Is that you? It's me.
Alison, I couldn't believe it when Sister said, "Are you all right?"
Yes, I think so, Neil. I'm not very good at this telephone business. Never used one before.
Oh, it's terrific to hear you. Oh, but you better not make a habit of calling me when I'm on duty. Sister's not too keen on people having personal calls.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what else to do.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll explain to her later.
I should have written a letter, I suppose, but it would have taken too long. I must see you.
Why? What's the matter? There is something the matter, isn't there?
Well, it's Uncle, you see.
Aye, well, it would be, wouldn't it? What's he done now?
It's not so much what he's done. I must see you.
Of course, whenever you say. Well, tonight?
You're not on duty?
Oh, I finish at 6, so I can be there by what, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock, that would be lovely. I'll be waiting.
Hey, but listen. Will it be all right with your uncle? Well, he wasn't too pleased the last time I came.
No, he won't be there. He'll be at Bible class. It's a good time to talk.
But what's the problem?
I'll talk to you later. I must go now.
All right, I'll be there.
Leonard, I love you.
So, Diane told you.
May I come in? Is there any great harm in me knowing?
I would like to think not.
How's Chris?
Fine.
I understand there's a question of money
Yes,
delivered to Diane.
that's right.
Why didn't Chris bring it himself?
That wasn't possible.
Simone, I'm his father, and I want to know why.
He was tied up in a business deal. Very important to him. Involved a lot of money.
I see. He suddenly developed a flair for big business. Who would have thought?
Chris can look after himself.
And I'm glad to hear that. But will he have to look after himself?
Who knows?
What sort of business
Pardon?
has he suddenly developed this flair for?
Delivery.
Wide field.
Lots of scope.
Does it involve the boat?
Of course, that's why he bought it.
And where does he operate?
The Med, Algeria, Istanbul.
And what sort of cargo?
It varies.
How do you fit into this, Simone?
I have the connections. Chris very suddenly had the money. And we do get on awfully well together. You are looking as handsome as ever.
Diane tells me that you're waiting for Chris to phone you here.
That's right.
Why here?
It's a point of contact.
Why not go back to France? He could contact you there.
You know, David, I could feel quite hurt at you wanting to be rid of me.
Diane has been hurt very much by all this.
To the tune of £5,000? Why don't I ever get hurt that way?
And I don't want to hurt any more, do you understand? I don't want her frightened.
Frightened? Why on earth should she be frightened?
Well, let's just say that she is. When do you expect Chris to contact you?
I don't know.
I can arrange for you to live somewhere else, privately.
With you?
And then, when he phones you, we can give him another phone number and he can still contact you.
I'm quite happy where I am. Would you mind ever so much if I kissed you?
Yes, I would.
What's the matter with me? Why do I frighten everyone all of a sudden? Do you really feel you have to protect Diane?
It's a precaution, perhaps not necessary, but I don't take risks the way Chris does.
You meant it, didn't you? You really didn't want me to kiss you.
I meant what I said about Diane, too.
Come in.
Oh, Meg, I'm sorry to bother you, but I couldn't find David in the office.
No, he's still out.
Still? Well, do you know where he is?
No, he didn't say.
Hi, Meg.
Ah, hello, Lloyd.
Ah, Rosemary. Yeah, I must say how much I enjoyed the other evening.
Sorry?
You know, our dinner together. You, David, Barbara, and I.
Oh, yes, so did I.
Yes, well, I've just been reminded of the time. I think I'd better take the desk over for David. He usually relieves the girl for her afternoon break now.
Oh, dear, that's a pity. I was hoping we could have tea together. But, well, look, as Rosemary's here, perhaps we could...
What a good idea. I'll send some in.
Oh, thanks, Meg. Well, shall we sit down?
Why not? You're in a sunny mood, considering the weather.
And you know, after all those years in sunny California, I'm grateful for the passing of the seasons. You know, it's almost as though time stands still there.
Is it only we women who wish it would?
C-L-A-V-E-L. Yeah, that's it. Telex it through to Interpol, will you? Have her checked out. And, Charlie, get me here, will you, as soon as anything comes through. Yeah, right. Goodbye. Pat, look, something's come up. I'm going to have to stay behind.
I see. Something so important, so earth-shattering.
Oh,
What
Pat.
is it?
Look, Steve Cater came here...
I don't want to hear another word about that lad. I'm going to powder my nose. In exactly 5 minutes' time, I'm going to get into that car. It's parked outside the chalet. If you're in it, I'll take it you're coming. If not, your bags will be on the pavement.
Pat, listen.
You know, I don't know how I've lived all these years without these daily infusions of tea. And look what it's done for you. Tea.
I'm sorry, Lloyd. I was disappointed at not seeing David. I wanted to talk to him about something. Do you know where he is?
Me? I haven't the faintest idea.
I thought he might be at your cottage.
Oh, why? I'm here.
But Barbara Brady is staying with you. Meg had no idea where he was. He didn't say, so it seemed likely.
Well, Barbara's at the cottage right now, or at least she was, half an hour ago, but she was alone and working. As a matter of fact, that's why I left, the clattering of that typewriter.
It must be inspiration. After all, she does write romantic novels.
Listen, Rosemary, I don't know that there's anything at all going on between them.
No?
In fact, I rather doubt it.
Are you saying they're not having an affair?
Well, if they are, they haven't bothered to tell me. Not that they would. But what makes you think that they are?
That's a psychiatrist's question.
Well, I am a psychiatrist, and it is a question, but that is where the coincidence ends.
Giving nothing away. Finding out what I know.
What you think you know.
David's changed.
Oh? How? And that is not a psychiatrist's question. After all, I am his friend.
I'm sorry, Lloyd. I shouldn't have said that. I was upset. It was something David said last night. But haven't you noticed it?
A change in David? Well, no, that is not recent enough so that I would have. I mean, I've only known David for, what, a year and a half or so.
Well, maybe it's just towards me, our relationship. We were always so close. Now he's cold and unfeeling. He's pushing me away.
That's not the impression I got the other evening.
No. That's why it all seems so sudden. It is another woman, isn't it? I've seen him around Barbara. I've seen how he tenses when I mention her. My first impression was right. But I tried to ignore it. I thought that perhaps, well, he might be attracted to her, but that she was... I thought she was involved with Dr. Farnham. But it was all a blind. It was all there right in front of me. And David didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. And she covered up too. It was all an elaborate charade to make a fool of me. I love him, you see. I always have. And I want him back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Well, of course you haven't.
That must be your training. Psychiatrists must get used to being embarrassed.
Well, you know, Rosemary, embarrassment is flinching at the truth half the time. And after all, we shrinks, we have to keep our eyes open, you know, or else we might miss something.
As I'm not your patient. Well, as I'm not your patient, Lloyd. It's all the more reason not to make you watch me disintegrate.
Oh, come on now, Rosemary, stop that. You haven't disintegrated, nowhere near. Here. You see? Still flesh and blood. It's all there.
Now I'll never get him back.
Listen, Rosemary, even if you are right about David and Barbara, didn't you imagine that he would have involvements with other women from time to time? I mean, you've been divorced for how long?
6 years.
And you yourself. Well, haven't you formed any relations with other men over the last 6 years?
Yes, of course I have, but none of them were important. They were just trivial. David's were trivial, too. They didn't satisfy him. She won't satisfy him either. She's cold and brittle. She'll never know the tenderness he needs.
Well, now, look here, Rosemary. It won't help you getting ideas about other people that you don't know. Barbara is not brittle, and she is not cold.
Maybe that would be the worst thing of all. To lose him to a woman who was better for him than I am.
You know, Rosemary, I think perhaps it might help if you were to talk to someone about what you're feeling.
A psychiatrist?
No, not necessarily. Some sort of therapist or counselor. Somebody that would listen.
Well, will you see me then?
Well, now, as your friend, I can't.
Medical ethics?
No. My ethics.
Then I shan't see anyone else. Couldn't. I couldn't show anyone else that side of me. Not that despicable unhappiness.
Now, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. You know, Rosemary, you are behaving like a spoilt little girl. Because I don't immediately say yes to seeing you, then you insist that you won't seek help from anyone anywhere.
I don't need help. I'll survive.
Look here, Rosemary. You know, you can always talk to me as a friend.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, Rosemary, friendship does not need gratitude. But you will not be my patient. Now, is that understood?
Yes.
We can meet at my cottage, and, well, you can come and talk to me whenever you feel the need to.
Try not to bother you too often.
As often as you want, and as much as you need to.